Hey there everyone, this is Genesis of the Wind and I'm coming at you with a Let's Play. Not just any Let's Play, we're playing Final Fantasy 1 and 2 Dawn of Souls. But to be more precise, we are playing Final Fantasy number 1, so let's dive in. We are going to be starting a new game here. Now starting off here, we got something I really like. We've got the character select screen. As you can see here, we can change between what characters we want. We got a good selection here, but real quickly, let's just go over a few of them. Starting off here, we've got the Warrior. The Warrior is a pretty cool character. He's probably going to be one of the most used characters that you ever see in a Final Fantasy game. Not really much to say about him, obviously. He is a strong hitter. He can wear a lot of armor, and he can wield a shield, giving him pretty good defense. His best weapons are going to be swords and axes, and he does not have any magic as of right now. Next, we've got the Thief. Probably one of the most unused characters in all of Final Fantasy, or at least in Final Fantasy 1. The Thief sucks. I hate him. He's got knives and he can use some swords, but not a lot. And pretty much useless. He has the steal ability, which doesn't really work too well in this game, so we are not going to be using that at all. Next up is the Monk, a very odd character, mostly because of the fact that he is the only character who works better without a weapon. So, yeah, that was always kind of weird. I never understood how a character who does not use a weapon can hit harder with his bare hands than a character who goes around swinging a sword. Coming up next is the Red Mage, a jack-of-all-trades character. He can use both black magic and white magic, which we will be getting into in just a second. Red Mages can use swords. They can use more armor than all the characters except for the Warrior, I believe. If I'm wrong, you'll see a little something right there on the screen saying that I was wrong. Yeah, not really a great character, so we won't be using him. White Mage, definitely a necessary character for any good team. White Mages, they can use white magic. White magic is mostly healing. I believe there are a couple, maybe one or two really good offensive white magic spells, which you don't get until later in the game. Other than that, they pretty much just protect your team and keep them going. And last but definitely not least is the Black Mage. The Black Mage is a very powerful character. It uses the powerful black magic, which is offensive type magic. However, they have terrible attack and horrible defense, but their magic makes up for it. So, with that out of the way, and with one change of our characters, we are now ready to start. So let's just name our characters. I'm going to cut ahead until I'm done. Alright, and we have our characters' names selected. Starting off with our Warrior is Genesis, or as it says there, Genesis, because I was one letter short. Reason I chose that name, obviously, as you guys can tell from my username, Genesis of the Wind, this character is going to be based off of a character that I created quite a while ago. Next, we've got Nathan, another character I made up a while ago. Nathan, the character I made, pretty much the same thing as a monk, rocks physical attacks, so that's why we will be keeping him. Sorry guys. Next we've got Juliet. Juliet is the third character that I have. Juliet, in my stories and pretty much everything that I've ever done with the character, has always been a healing type character, so I figured why not? White Mage, healing, Juliet, works perfectly. Finally, we've got Chris. Now, Chris is a weird one, because Chris is actually the name of both my brother and the evil character that he created. I know, very original, right? Anyways, Chris is a black mage, because Chris is a shadow mage in the stories and everything else, and more or less, that's the reason why. So, with these four characters selected, let us begin our new game. Begin game with this party. Alright, and starting off here, this is the overworld. This is going to probably be the most used thing you will see. So the first thing we're going to want to do is head straight into this castle. Now, a couple of controls real quickly, obviously. Up, down, left, right moves. No basic stuff. When you're inside a place like this, if you hold down B, you will walk faster. Normal, holding down B. Going up to an NPC and talking. The king is searching for the prophesized warriors of light. Those crystals, could it be? Yes, A talks. Obvious game mechanics. LNR don't really do anything at the moment, or at all, I don't believe. So let's just go on. Going up to the top floor. There's nothing really to do down there. They don't give you anything, any really useful pieces of information. So, talking to this NPC, the king is searching for the prophesized warriors of light. But those crystals, you must see the king at once. Welcome, warrior. Welcome, travelers. I am told you carry crystals. Is this true? You know it. It's just as Lucan's prophecy foretold. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. Your Majesty, we cannot be certain that these are the warriors foretold by the prophecy. Yet they stand before us with the crystals. I cannot dismiss this as mere coincidence. Crystal bearers, there is a task I would ask of you. Will you not rescue my daughter, Sarah? Ooh. Princess. Garland, a knight once in His Majesty's service, has abducted Princess Sarah. I ask for your aid in the name of His Majesty, the King of Cornelia. Garland has taken refuge in the Chaos Shrine, which lies to our north. Of course, we did attempt to save the princess ourselves, but Garland is the finest swordsman in the kingdom. We have none who can match him. I have heard that you wish to journey to the continent to our north. The bridge leading north was lost long ago, making passage impossible. If you can rescue Sarah, I will have the bridge rebuilt as a sign of my gratitude. Go now, warriors of light, and do not fail me! Alright, so we have our first quest. So let's start off by leaving the castle. And one of the first things we're going to want to do is go to one of these towns. The music is always so peaceful. So, if we press start and go into our inventory, we can see we've got a couple of options here. Items, obviously items you can use. Magic, none of our characters have any magic at the moment. Equipment, this will let us see what our characters have. Right now our characters don't have much. 2 knives and 2 staffs are all wearing clothes. Status, this will let us see our characters' stats, like strength, agility, intelligence, stamina, luck, etc. It'll also tell us how much more experience they need to level up. At the moment, all of our characters need 14 before they reach their next level. Formation, I never really bother with that, just changes your character setup. Config. Let's change message speed to 4, make it as fast as possible. I've gone ahead and adjusted our menu. Here is our bestiary. We'll be getting into that later, but for now, with all of that done, first thing we're going to want to do is upgrade our weapons. So first, we're going to want a rapier for our warrior. Hammer. Definitely want to get a hammer for your white mage. You'll need it the most. And that's pretty much everything we need in terms of weapons at the moment. So, something cool you can do is if you hit optimal, it will equip your character to be the strongest they can. Now this is useful for every character except for the monk, because with the monk you're going to want to remove any weapons he has. Now that will lower his attack, but it'll make him a lot stronger. Let's equip the hammer, and that's about it. So now, let's go over here and get some new armor for our characters. We're going to want chainmail and leather armor. And that's all the armor we can get right now, so I've gone ahead and equipped our new stuff. We're going to need to go over here, I believe. No, up here. This right here is a church. If one of your characters dies or goes down, you're going to want to bring them here. Talk to this guy, and he will revive them for you. So, very useful. I don't really ever need to use it that much, but it could be useful. Now, here is where things are going to get fun. This right here is the white magic shop. If we go here, we can buy magic for our mages. If you look over to your right, you can see what class characters can learn each individual spell. We'll get into more of those later. Obviously, you see red mage and white mage there. The other things we'll get into a little later, but for now, we're going to want to buy Cure. And that's all we're going to need for now. Sorry about that cut right there, guys. And now going into here, we have the black magic shop. Here we're going to want to buy fire and thunder. Alright, and that's pretty much everything we need here. So now, let's just real quickly, once more, go through what our characters have. We got the rapier and chainmail, nothing in the leather armor, hammer and clothes, and the knife and clothes. And going into magic, we've got cure, and fire and thunder. As for any other items, I really don't find it necessary to get anything at the moment. We're pretty good. So now, let's head out. And let us begin our adventure next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy Dawn of Souls. See you guys then.